He keeps saying that he's gonna break you. What do you think about that?
This is a fucking fool. Who's broken me in the UFC? I'll wait. You can tell me who. Nobody's broken me in the UFC, and it won't be a newcomer. I'll tell you that.
I'm sure you've probably watched a lot of his fights, and I know you've said he's a C League fighter. But from watching his fights, do you respect him? Do you kind of I know you're not taking this one lightly, of course.
Never taking it lightly, and of course I respect him. He's a tough guy. He's a tough guy. He fights. He comes in to brawl, and I do like that fighting style. So I'm excited for this fight.
I was going to ask you about that actually. The style that he brings, he puts a lot of pressure on guys, but he does get. I mean, he gets dropped in fights. He gets in trouble in fights. Is that something that you think you can possibly exploit?
Of course, absolutely. Yeah, that's exactly what I'm going to exploit. He takes way too much damage, man. He sits in there, has wars with these guys. His career is not going to last that long. He looks at fights like 50-50. They go in there and just start throwing punches. Do I think he's going to fight me like that? No, I don't. I think we're going to get in there, and I think we're going to trade some punches, and then he's going to start to wrestle if he doesn't wrestle right from the start.
What do you think that you'll be able to do? I mean, without giving too much away, that will kind of make him into a wrestler.
My striking, of course. My striking, that's exactly what's going to turn him into a wrestler. He's not going to be able to find me or hit me. It's going to be very hard for him. He can barely see. So, I mean, he's saying number 10, he's going to break me and this and that. Like, good luck.
Do you take this fight right away because he's undefeated, of course, and he was WSOF champion, but a lot of people don't know him because WSOF is doesn't have the highest profile. You've been in the UFC for a long time. Was that like a hard decision to say okay to that fight?
No, it was easy. I was training for a little bit before that, trying to get ready for somebody else, and they said Justin's making his come over. You want this main event fight? So it was an easy yes. I don't turn down many fights, if any. I haven't turned down any in my career, and it's not going to start with him.
It's a main event fight, on the biggest week of the year in the UFC, and he's a fighter that fighters have looked good against. Do you feel like it's an opportunity for you in a sense too to kind of possibly get like a highlight reel win or something like that?
Yeah, man. Every time I fight, there's always that possibility of a highlight reel knockout, and that's exactly what I'm searching for. A dominant performance from start to finish. He's saying he's going to break me in, draw me into deep water, and this or that. Well, sorry, he hasn't fought anybody of my caliber. He hasn't fought anybody that moves like me. He hasn't fought anybody with the speed I have. He hasn't fought anybody that's fought the guys I fought. And so, you can throw anything's out there. You can throw everything he says. But when it comes down to it, July 7th, he's got to fight Michael Johnson. He can leave all those words and all the shit that he's saying now in the hotel room.
When you prepare for someone like him, because he's so unorthodox, he gets into a war every single time. Is it like a different preparation, is a different mindset at all?
No. Everything's the same, man. We keep everything simple. I have wars in the gym all day. I'm training with the best guys in the world, and those guys push me and they make me ready and prepare for wars. I don't take much punishment in my fights, and I also don't get in a slugfest. But I love fighting. I love getting in the mix with people. It's just if they can sit there and stand long enough to get in the mix with me, he's gonna get countered pretty quick. Yes.
You think it'll be a finish? You think it's something that goes the distance?
I'm looking to fight 25 minutes. He's wanting to break me. Well, guess what? I got the same mentality. So I hope it doesn't finish quickly. I hope we have a grueling 25-minute war. No, I'm sorry, not a war because, like I said, I don't get into wars. But, I'm willing to break him. I'm going to go in there and put the pressure on him for 25 minutes. It's going to be like I fought Edson Barboza, but on steroids. No pun intended. You guys can test me if you want. But
Asada's coming to get you now.
Yeah, I know, right? They're right around the corner. But I kept that pace for 15 minutes. Now I need to keep that pace for 25 minutes against him.
Are you training with Henry down at Combat Club? You're over there, just there.
Yeah.
How is that going? I know it's kind of like a new situation, kind of like a little bit of a weird, awkward thing.
No, it's not weird or awkward at all, man. We made our switch from the Black Zones, and everybody just kind of stayed together, all the main guys, and we stayed with our coaches, and we haven't missed a beat, man. Everybody is better than ever.
Very cool. Last thing, Mayweather McGregor. I got to ask everybody about this fight. Where do you stand on this? Is it good? Is it bad? I mean, do you think he should be staying around? He is making a lot of money. Well, what is your take?
You want my honest opinion?
Yeah.
I don't give a fuck. I really don't. We don't have a champion in the division. I know that because he vacated it when he signed over. And even if they didn't say it, to me, he went over to boxing. He's gone. you know, give it up. You know, it's like a bad breakup with him. They're going to be wanting him back as soon as possible. So just move on from the situation. You know, if he does come back, it's great, but don't care anymore.
Do you not think he's going to come back?
Would you come back after making $75 million or $75 million plus? He has to come back. He's got some unfinished business. You know, he can't just come in and take 2 titles and run off without fighting the best of the best, bro. You know, he's gotten away with some guys not fighting him at 45 and not fighting him at 55.
If you were in a similar position as he was in and that kind of opportunity was out there for you, you'd probably take it, right? $100 million is kind of hard to turn down.
Of course, yeah. I would take it, no question about it, yeah. No thought.
Do you think it's, I mean, it's such a weird thing because, like you said, you don't think he's going to come back. It's your division. It kind of holds everything up. Do you think they need to make an interim title? Do you think they need to kind of advance the division just in case he doesn't come back?
Yeah. You know, I hope they make the right decision on that. People are saying it's holding up the division and this, that, but it's not holding me up. You know, I still need a few more fights, so I'm not really that focused on, you know, what he's doing or where he's going or how it's going to affect the guys in the division because there's always a 45 division too, so who knows? I might pay a visit to that one.
If you were to box someone, who would you want to box?
Canelo. Yeah, Canelo or Triple G. But man, those boxing weights are big. I definitely can't box 170 because that's what Andre Ward's weight. Yeah, those are big guys. Yeah, big guys. Yeah, I would want to box with Canelo or Triple G. One of those guys.
So that's the fight that you're more interested in, the Canelo Triple G fight?
Yeah, way more interested in that fight than Floyd and Conor. You know, I don't care.
That's kind of like the hardcore fan fight, and like the Mayweather-McGregor fight's kind of like the, you know, like celebrity, like mainstream type fight.
It's like everybody pay $100 to watch MMA and boxing, go at it. You know, so I'm damn for sure not paying for it.
You got a prediction for that fight? Who do you think wins?
Oh, they both win. Shit, they're both getting that much money. Who cares if one of them loses? But for Triple G and Canelo, I got Triple G.
But you want to box Canelo, but you have Triple G in the fight?
Yeah, I got Triple G.
Why?
Yeah, I just love his style, man. He's so smooth with it. But Canelo's a big power puncher. I just think Triple G's a little quicker, you know, a little crisper. So I'm gonna go with him.